Much to my surprise, I'm now running calligraphy workshops at Maker Page, which is opposite Pat Croak's. So I'm doing calligraphy workshops there. 1 month is learning the lowercase of a font. The next month is learning the uppercase. The technical term is a majuscule.
Oh, a majuscule.
Majuscule is uppercase and minuscule is lowercase. And then the 3rd month, we do a project based on that font that we've learned. And hopefully we have a lot of fun. I'm having fun.
And there's something quite cathartic about using your hands when your hands meet the paper with a job.
Yes, and you can see the beautiful fonts that you have written, not that you've typed and said, I'll have that font off. No, it's done by hand. I used to write shorthand for about nearly 40 years. I wrote very fast, about 150 words a minute. And so my writing was very small and very cramped and very untidy. So I thought I would like to do something which is beautiful writing, which meant I had to slow everything down, and instead of writing very, very small, I had to learn to write slightly larger and very slowly.
You look at a lot of documents from years and years and years ago,
yes.
and there's some beautiful writing.
Yes.
Like my mum and dad, both of them, well, my dad maybe not so much, but my mum, she was a beautiful writer.
Oh, that would have been the cursive script. I think I remember learning that many years ago, but as I say, once I learned shorthand, it all went out the window. But I was thinking back even further to the medieval documents that you have, around about the, 1300s and so forth, and even back further, you see all these magnificent capitals done with colour and gold. And
What's the word again for a capital letter?
a majuscule. It's called an illuminated capital, particularly when it has gold in it, because the gold catches the light and it illuminates it. I look at these beautiful manuscripts and think, wouldn't I love to be able to do something like that? So my tiny little steps towards it is to hold these workshops.
Lovely. What age group are you getting to come to the workshops?
Mainly, excuse me ladies, a bit more mature, shall we say. Ladies who have the time, who are not being hassled by kids, and who have the time to actually sit down and say, okay, I'm spending 3 hours learning to write slowly and beautifully.
I imagine that back in the days where writing was, as you put it, a lot of time went into it, people possibly could have worked out which culture they came from or which religion they were by looking at these capital letters.
Well, they could even work out which village they came from. It was usually monks who did the scribing because they were the ones who had the education, whereas, the poor old peasant, all they did was work in somebody's field in order to scratch a living. But it was the monks who had the knowledge. So they sat in their little scriptoriums and did their writing, and that's all they did. You just have to put the time aside. It's like a form of meditation. It's meditation in action. You put the time aside and you practice, and then finally you get something that's really, really beautiful and you think, how clever am I?